Hello and welcome to my channel, Talisman Tarot. In this reading I want to ask the cards and spirit directly through channeling about the person on your mind. Will they reach out to you, and why haven't they reached out to you? So I also want to investigate this no contact situation, find out why there hasn't been any contact, what's on their mind. Is there something going on that you don't know about? And so I'll just try to see what comes through about this situation that you have going on. And so and then I will ask if you two will be reunited in the future, or if there will be a reconciliation, or if they will reach out to you, or whatever. And I have 4 groups here that you can choose from. This will be group number 1, this will be group number 2, this will be group number 3, and this will be group number 4. And so I will ask you to use your intuition and choose the right group for you, the group that speaks to you the most, the group that catches your eye, and that group will be your group. And if you need any more time to choose, you can always pause the video, but if you don't, then I'll just move on to the reading. Hello, group number 1. You chose this Rota Mundi tarot deck, and so I will start with some channeling and then I will shuffle the cards for you. So, okay, group number 1. Group number 1. So, group number 1. The person on group number 1's mind. Will they reach out to group number 1? The person on group number 1's mind, will they reach out to group number 1? The people who will choose group number 1, their person, will they reach out? Yes. I think they will reach out to you, but I'm getting the feeling that it won't be in the way that you want it to be. So it's not what you're expecting from them, especially if you're expecting an apology from this person. Then I think you will be disappointed, because that's not what you will get. Very, very likely the opposite. Maybe this person even expects an apology from you for some reason, even though you feel like it's you who deserves the apology. So I think you will get disappointed when this person reach out to you, because it won't be what you expect. And I think this person has a bit of a blockage, and like this person seems to have a hard time being able to see themselves properly, like from the outside. It's like there's kind of an imbalance in how they perceive themselves and how others perceive them, and so they might have like high like they might overestimate or overestimate their worth. I know that's not really what I mean, but like but then they also underestimate how their words affect other people, and I think it's more that thing. I think this person doesn't really realize when they do something wrong, they don't, and especially if it's verbal, they don't think it's a big deal if they say something that's hurtful. Like it's like this person only sees it as like a problem if it's physical, or like but they don't really take it into account that that verbal abuse is just as bad sometimes as physical abuse. And so not that this person was necessarily abusive to you, I don't think so, but like I think this person said something to you that was kind of uncalled for, and you reacted to it in a very reasonable way, but I think this person saw your reaction as an overreaction, even though it wasn't, but it's more because this person just doesn't realize how big an effect or impact their words have to other people. So I think if you're expecting this person to come back and be like understanding and apologizing and seeing things from your side and seeing their own flaws and what they did wrong, and that they will be able to understand what they did wrong when they come back in the future, then you will be disappointed, because that's not what's going to happen. This person will likely, like when I'm getting a few scenarios here. I think this person will either contact you in the future and expect an apology from you, but that's only for a few of you, and if that's the case, you can just block their number or block them on Facebook or whatever, because you shouldn't. That's not worth your time, because I can see that you don't have anything to apologize for, especially if this person wants you to apologize for overreacting when you were just reacting, and you shouldn't apologize for reacting strongly to something that someone else does towards you. They should apologize for creating the reaction, not the other way around. It's so don't give in to that. Just ignore it. But if that's not the case, I think this person will come back and sort of act like nothing happened, and like maybe even ask you for a favor, even after everything that has happened between you two. They will have the audacity to come back and actually ask you for something, and maybe even butter you up just to get what they want. Don't cave into that either. Don't but of course, if you want to help them and you don't feel like it's a big deal to help them with whatever they come back and ask you for, then just do it. But don't expect gratitude from this person. So don't do it because you expect them to be grateful for it. Then you will just get disappointed once again, and that I don't think that's what you want. So this person is kind of I think if this person has cut contact with you, then I think they did you a favor here. So that is. I'm not a fan of this person. I don't think this person is good for you. I think this person will blame you a lot for mistakes that they may make, and that will only continue to happen in the future if that has already happened. then the pattern will repeat itself, and so don't. Yeah. So yeah, I think this person will reach out to you, but not in a very good way. This person might, for a few of you, this person might come back with like an invitation to something where they will invite you to like a party, and then I think you should go for it, but just to have fun. Like don't ignore that just because you don't like this person, because or hold a grudge against this person, or because they have been mean to you in the past. And like don't, even though it could be a good thing for you to sort of stand up for yourself, and but I think I'm just like in every other situation. I would just recommend that you like run for the hills. But if this person comes back with like some fun invitation, then like go to the party and have fun at the party. Talk to someone, talk to other people at the party, and see if you can like mingle and find some other people at that party. That would be fine. But yeah, I don't think you should. But I don't think. I think you're wasting your time waiting for this person to reach out to you, because this person is not necessarily that great. I think you know that. I don't know why you're tormenting yourself with this connection, because I think you already know that this person is kind of a selfish prick, and so but maybe this person is a charming selfish prick, and maybe this person is fun to be around. That's kind of well, this person could be a bit of I know this is a big word, and like I mean it in a mild way, but this person could be kind of like a sociopath. They might be very charming, and they might be very good at charming people and making people like them, but really they lack a lot of empathy and are very selfish when it comes to well, yeah, I don't know. But with the 10 of Cups, this is kind of telling me that, well, first of all, they will reach out to you. And it will be, in many ways, good. Because 10 of Cups is, of course, a really, really positive card. I did not expect it, because this was not the vibe I was getting. But it could also just be a yes answer, saying that they will reach out, and in some way this will make you happy. But, well, this picture here, it is two people sort of attached to each other. And so there's also something that tells me that maybe you should watch out. Even though this is a positive card, you might have to watch out for codependency, becoming too much invested in this person when they come back, and like you might have had, I'm not calling you out or anything, but like you might have done that a bit in the past with this person. You might have invested a lot in this connection. You might have tried to build it up, like you've worked really hard to build a connection between you two, and you might have given them a lot of your time and energy and effort, helped them with a lot of things, asked them all the time if they needed anything, if you could do something for them, like you might have been very caring towards this person and thought a lot about their well-being, and even to the point where you might have become a bit like one with this person, in the way that you might have invested so much of yourself into this that you became a bit of a slave to them, and they might not have felt the same way towards you, and they might not feel that way towards anyone, really. Like they don't have that pleaser gene. They don't want to please people. They don't want to help people. They don't want to invest a lot of their energy and time into people and relationships with people. And so I feel like you might have given too much of yourself, and this person has not been reciprocating that, and not, and so I just think you need to be watchful when this person comes back to you and reaches out to you, that you don't just like this person might be really good at making people like spellbound, like charming people into and they might have this talent of what's the word for it, convincing people, making people think that, like they sort of plant an idea into people's head, and make them think that it was their idea to begin with, like that it's and so you might have a hard time saying no to this person. You might have a hard time talking back at this person and speaking your mind to this person. And so I'm getting the feeling that when they come back, you will have a strong urge to just take the blame. Like if they say to you that, like if they come back and say, I really want to start hanging out with you again, but you need to be better now than you were the last time, because the last time you were kind of too much or too clingy or too crazy, or you did something and you overreacted and you were dramatic, or like, and then they will just throw dirt at you, throw mud at you, and it's very likely that you will just take it and like say, oh yeah, I was too dramatic, you are right. And it's not your fault, because there are just some people in this world that are really hard to speak up to. Like it's some people just have some kind of talent to be so convincing that they can convince everyone that they are wrong, that everyone else is wrong, and that they are the only person in this world that's right. And you need to take a stance here. You need to stand up for yourself and be a rock. Try to be as solid as possible when they come back, and don't allow them to walk all over you. Don't take the blame. Have your heart in it. Have yourself in it. Be true to yourself. Tell this person, well, I don't have that same opinion as you. I don't think I was dramatic. I don't think I overreacted. I think you were just a douche towards me, and you shouldn't be afraid of saying that, even though that might cause this person to cut contact with you again. Like, you shouldn't, and that's kind of the narcissistic, sociopathic thing, where they will kind of play you because they know that maybe you have some abandonment issues, so they know that you are that you want to be in this connection more than they do, like that it would be more of a loss for you if they walked out of your life than it would be for them if you walked out of their life. And so they will play that, they will use that against you, and they will try to make you take all the blame. They will try to convince you that it was you who were in the wrong, and because they know that you will take that blame if they give you that ultimatum, even though they don't speak it, they don't say it as an ultimatum, but it's like something that's kind of unsaid. But like, if you can either take the blame for everything, or you lose them, and they will get out of cut contact with you again and again and again, and that's kind of their weapon. They can just block you and cut contact with you and never speak with you again and ignore you and give you the silent treatment, because they can do that, because people don't really for this person, people are not a necessity. It's not a necessity for this person to have friends around them, and so they feel like they kind of can use that against people, that other people need them more than they need other people. And so don't just keep that in mind. I do understand why you would want this person in your life, because if this person is quite fun and charming, then of course this person could be someone you would like to hang out with, but you can only do that if you are true to yourself, if you're completely true to yourself, and don't do anything just to please them so that they won't cut contact with you again, because it's not worth it. And also, like, think about cutting contact with them before they can cut contact with you. Like, maybe if they come back to you and reach out to you, maybe it would be healthy for you to say, I don't want to do that, even though you might really want to, but it might give them the message that, okay, this person is not someone that's so easy to manipulate as I thought, like that. But yeah, so I'll shuffle some more cards here. So will they, I want to know a bit more about what happened in this connection, between group number one and the person on their mind. What happened in the past that made this connection go, that made Okay, so there's temperance here. So there is a possibility that you might have gotten in an argument in the past at a party, and maybe there was alcohol involved, and that could have maybe this person is someone who doesn't really react very well to alcohol, so this person might say some things when they're drunk that they don't not that they don't mean them. I think they say things when they are drunk that they actually mean, because but it might not be what they would have said if they were sober, because they might be better at acting like a human when they are sober, and then when they are drunk, it's like the act sort of becomes a bit bad. Like they become bad at acting empathetic and like a nice person, and with that facade where they might have that facade where they are charming and act like they are really that they love being around people and socializing, and that they care about people. Like they might act like, oh, it's so nice to see you, we should hang out more, and you're such a maybe this person even gives a lot of compliments, and especially maybe both when they are sober but also when they are drunk, but like that might be their thing, that where they butter people up. I don't know if that's the real term for it. I'm not completely sure, but like it's like this person tries to make people soften up to them, and in order to do that, they give a lot of compliments and act like they really, oh, you're the best friend that I have. You're my you're the person I'm the closest to. You're you know me so well, and I'm so grateful to have you in my life. But then when they get drunk, they sometimes it slips, and they kind of reveal the side of them where they actually don't really care that much. And it's funny because it's usually the other way around. Like usually we are like most people are dicks when they are sober, and then they become really, really loving and caring and nice towards people when they are drunk. But this person kind of gives me the vibe that it's the other way around for this person. So, but maybe take that into account, that maybe this person wouldn't have said the things that they said if they had been sober back then. But even though that might be the case, I still think it's okay that you reacted to it, because I think you also knew that was what they meant. Like maybe you were even waiting for them to say it, because deep down you already knew that was how they felt about you, but they had like acted as if that was not the case, and so maybe you were actually kind of relieved when they actually just said it. I don't know what it was, what this argument was about, but I think in a way it didn't really surprise you when they said it, because it was something you had felt in your gut feeling. It was a gut feeling that you had that this person was a bit of a phony, and that they were just acting nice to you, and then they might have said something that really made you believe that that's true. They don't actually care about me. It's just all a big play. They're just playing me, and I think I think you revealed that, and I think you have the upper hand because what they revealed back then, it kind of was a slip. This person might be very calculated, and they think about what they, even though they don't really know how hard, how their words affect other people, they are still calculated enough to know sometimes when they have to, when they what they should and shouldn't say, like even though that might but I think this person like realized very quickly when they said it that shit, I fucked up. So I think they know they fucked up, but it's like it could be half and half. Like this group could be divided into two, where like for half of you, I think this person didn't really understand how much their words affected you, and couldn't really didn't really have the empathy to actually see how what they said actually was really hurtful. But for the other half of you, I think this person knew right away that they fucked up and that it was a stupid thing to say, and but they can't they can't really apologize for it, because apologizing would make them look weak, and apologizing would need them to be accountable for their own actions and be and take accountability, take responsibility for it, which they don't, and also they would have to accept the fact that they made a mistake, which might be very hard for this person, because they might not be that keen on seeing their own mistakes. They want to be perfect, they want to see themselves as perfect, and they want other people to see them as perfect, and so it really doesn't add up to that image of themselves if they apologize for something, because then that would reveal to people and to you and to themselves that they actually do make mistakes sometimes, which they don't really want to accept in some way. So I'm not. I think I'll end the reading here. My advice would be to not invest. Like if this reading resonated with you, I don't think it is a good investment to invest any more time into this person, because they won't give you anything back, and it will be frustrating. You will feel like you are running and running and running and not getting anywhere. You will be running against the wall, because this person, it's just not worth it. Let me just say it like that. It's a fine person to have in your life, just for fun sometimes, to go out or something, but don't try as much as possible to keep a distance from this person, and find other people. And there are also other people in your life that are much better for you, and that I think you know that part, you know, and invest more time in the people that actually care about you a lot, and there are quite a few of them. And also remember the people that there might be some people that have tried to come into your life, that you have not purposely ignored, but like you might have gotten some offers from people that you turned down. Not love offers, but like them. I'm getting the feeling that like you might have, like if you were in college, or if you are in college, or something like that, you might have had some classmates who texted you and asked you, oh, do you want to hang out sometime? And you might have reacted by saying that you were kind of busy right now, and maybe you did that because the people maybe didn't really seem that interesting or appealing to you. I don't think it was out of like, I think that they just didn't really speak to you in the same way that, for instance, this person speaks to you. Like, and they didn't seem to have as much in common with you as this person does. But this person also is like a bit a problematic type to be friends with, and even more than that, like if that is like, because this person is doesn't want to hang out with you as much as you want to hang out with them. And so to find some people who actually want to hang out with you, but who you don't necessarily that much want to but try to, because I think you would be positively surprised. I think you choose people as friends who are more distant and more aloof, and I think you are attracted to these types of people because you are attracted to like the mystery and the excitement in trying to make them like you, or the challenge in some way. I don't know if that's the case, but like I think you maybe shouldn't choose the challenge. Maybe you should choose to just hang out with people who are simple, not simple-minded, but where the connection is more simple, where it's not something you have to work for all the time, where it's just smooth, and like you don't have to make them like you. You don't have to impress them. You don't. They just like you instantly, and there are quite a few people around you who actually really want to hang out with you and get to know you, and you just need to see them, because you might be a bit blind towards these people, because maybe you are just chasing these aloof, distant people who are not good for you, who are not worth your time. And so, but that's all I have for you. Group number 1. I hope this reading was helpful, and if it was, please like the video, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you in my next reading. Bye. Hello, group number 2. You chose this Tarot del Fuego tarot deck, and I will start with a channeled message, and then I will draw some cards for you. So I'll just start with the channeling. Group number 2. The people who will choose group number 2, the person on group number 2's mind, will they reach out to group number 2? Will the person on group number 2's mind reach out to group number 2? Yes and no. So for some of you, I think you're dealing with someone who is a bit more passive, who doesn't really act that easily, who doesn't maybe a bit of maybe a bit anxious. This person could be a bit anxious, a bit introverted, and a bit passive. And so I think you will have to reach out to them, because they won't really make the first move, because they are just passive in their nature. That their nature is very passive. They live a life where they expect other people to come up to them. Like this person is a nice person, but they are I'm getting the feeling that this person is the type who would help someone instantly if they came to them. Like if someone came to them and like asked them, "Oh, do you want to help me fix the roof?" Or "Do you want to help me with my homework?" Or "Do you want to help me with writing this essay?" or something, they will always say yes. Like this is the type of person who can't really say no. They say yes every time people come to them. They will always be very welcoming and very welcoming to all suggestions and all interactions that they get. Like they will always say yes, and so, but they won't go out and like ask someone, "Do you need help with this?" Or they won't go out like. So if you reach out to this person, they will reply. They will respond to you. They are not going to. They're not going to ignore you or like this. They will give you an answer if you reach out. So there will be contact again if you want. If you make the first move, but this person won't be making the first move, and that might have caused some kind of conflict in the past, and that might have been about you feeling that this person didn't care about you. And so I'm getting one scenario. It might be specific for one or a few of you, but I think this person came. This person, like you went through something that was maybe a bit hard. Maybe you experienced like something traumatic, something like maybe you got in some kind of accident, or maybe you lost your job, or maybe you lost your maybe you were kicked out of your school, or maybe something happened that was quite drastic and very difficult, like a very difficult time. It could also just have been like this corona pandemic period where it has really taken a toll on you. But I think you felt that this person didn't care about you because they didn't reach out to you and ask you how you were feeling. They didn't come to you and like ask you about the accident. Like if you were in an accident, they didn't come to you and ask you about that accident, if you're feeling better now, or if you need anything, or if you need help with anything. Like they didn't offer you any help, and they didn't ask you about it. Like that's kind of the feeling I'm getting. And I think you were kind of hurt by this, and I think you kind of closed the door on this person, but you might have gotten a bit a bit angry or sad, or because like when you closed the door on this person, they might not even have noticed, and it wasn't like they tried to, like, I think you may have like made the decision in your mind one day that I'm just going to ignore this person, and I think you just realized that when you started ignoring this person didn't even notice, because they didn't come to you, and you didn't have the opportunity to even show that you were ignoring them, because they wouldn't have contacted you either way. Like it's like blocking someone on Facebook and they don't even notice, because they were never like, they had never had the intention to contact you anyway. And so it's like I get it. But it's the thing is that, like, we're all very different. People are very different. Some people are just a lot more passive than others, and of course there is something wrong with this person, because passivity can also just it can become it can become a liability. It can become problematic and really take a toll on relationships when the one part of the relationship is very active and the other part is completely passive. But this kind of passivity also needs a counterpart that is active in order to activate the passive person. So I think it's also about, even though I'm not giving you any blame. I don't think I'm giving you any blame for this, but I think you need to maybe try to, even though it's kind of hard to understand a person that's so different from you, but try to understand that this person is just passive. It's not personal towards. It's not something that they are doing on purpose as like a personal attack at you, but they just, like, they would have in that hard period. Of course, the problem is that, like, when people are going through something terrible and are like really struggling, they will not reach out to people. And so I get why you wouldn't reach out to this person if you were going through something that was really tough for you. But this kind of person needs activation. They don't do anything unless they are asked to do it. And so if you had asked this person to help you, then they would have done it. If you had asked this person, do you have some time to spare where you can talk to me about what happened, and so we can talk together, because I really want to talk about this with someone, and I feel like you would be a really good ear for me like, I really want to share my experience with you, because I think it would be very helpful for me. Like, if you had like this person is also the type of person where you need to cut, like, you need to make it very you need to be very direct in what you need from them. Like, you need to spell it out for them. in order for them to know what you want from them. Like they need an order from you where everything is spelled out. I want this, and I want you to listen, and because that would be helpful to me, I need you to be an ear for me, and that would be like you need to spell it out. And if you don't do that, they are passive. They won't like. And so I think you were hurt by this, and you may have even taken it personally. And I get it. I would have taken it personally too. But I don't think this person meant it personally. I just think this person is sort of passive, and also may have some kind of like this person might have some social. This person is a bit socially. Not socially awkward, even though they are, but it's more like a social passivity. It's like they care about people, but only when people activate them into caring. It's but when they are activated, they are very caring creatures. But it's like they need an order in order to do anything. Like it's they don't do anything spontaneously towards to another person. They might be a bit on the spectrum, autism spectrum, in a mild way, where it's just that this person just doesn't really think in that way. They need people to tell them what they need from them, because they can't read your mind, and this person might even say that a lot, and that's something men often say. Like I don't know which gender this person is, but like that's kind of it's something you hear a lot. Like that, like if people fuck up, they say I couldn't have, like you couldn't have expected anything else from me, because I can't read your mind. I can't know what you want unless you tell me. But the thing is, like, most people can actually read other people. Like it's not really a superpower. It's kind of something we all can do, but some people are just like, and if you're incapable of doing it, there might be something wrong with you. Like it's not that the world is wrong and like these people are right, because like all the rest of the world believe in mind reading and they don't. But like it's kind of common that people can actually not read your mind, but read your face, like and read the situation and make a conclusion where they can like think that, okay, this person was in an accident. They probably want me to come and offer my help to them. Like that's kind of like a conclusion that's not really that hard to come to that conclusion. It's not rocket science. This person could be one of those very intelligent people where they are like really smart and at like when it comes to like something like science, like technology, chemistry, things like that, numbers, math, and like this person might be really good at like very figuring out really complicated things, but like understanding that very simple equation, that's not something they can do. Like that's and yeah, but either way, like I don't think you should take it personally. But I also think, like, if you don't want to be any more disappointed in this person and any more like mad at this person for neglecting you, then I think you need to be the one telling them what you need from them, and spelling it out to them, and you need to be the one making the move. You need to be the active one in this connection, and it's not a bad thing to but with the Queen of Cups reversed, I think this could just mean that it's you and not them who need that you're supposed to, because I think that might just be what this card is telling me, is that it's supposed to be you and not them who reaches out. But it's also very maybe when you reach out to this person, it could be a good idea to try to not be very emotional, because this person doesn't understand emotions, and like this person also reacts kind of childish to emotions, in the way that, like, if you come up to them and you are mad at them and you show them that you're mad at them, you're disappointed in them, you and like if you go through the situation with them and tell them that you're mad at them because of this and this and this that happened in the past, and like if you get mad, they will react like a child getting yelled at, like especially like an infant, or not an infant, but like a very small child getting yelled at. They don't understand why they are getting yelled at, and so they just make the conclusion that that the person yelling at them is evil. It's an evil person. Like if a 3-year-old gets yelled at by their parents, they will just make the conclusion that their parents are evil towards them, and not evil. It's a weird word, but like I'm trying to get a better word, but like that they are mean towards them, and that they are on and like because they can't really see how they did something wrong, but. And like this person is not this person is not toxic. This person is not sociopathic. It's not. This person is not malicious, and they are not just like taking like. They're not just leaving. They're like trying to get away with doing things, and like not being responsible for their actions. Like they are not just trying to cop out of like the situation. It is more like if people yell at them, they think that people are just being mean to them, because that's sort of how they see the situation. And it's a bit childish, but it's also just that like this person's social skills might be a bit childish, actually. It's like they might not have developed it properly, and that could indicate that this person was maybe grew up at a farm, where this person was like very distanced from society in a way where like they just lived at the farm and just had their parents and possibly one sibling that was way older than them or something to talk to and they didn't have might not have had any other children to talk to, and so they might not have built up their social skills because they lived somewhere where they were kind of like away from society. So it could just have been that but it's like this person is like their social skills are a bit childish. It's a bit and that's also like a child. When a child is like a child doesn't or usually doesn't do anything for others unless they are asked to do that. Like they don't really think that far in order, like many children are like really eager to help. They if you ask them to help, they will usually be very eager to help and feel really good about themselves for like doing what people are asking them to do, and like then they really want to like help and be helpful, but they don't do that unless you ask them to do that. Like it's so yeah, so a lot of circumstances has made this person that way. So not that it's like an excuse, but it's so with the Three of Cups reversed, I think this person might there are like a few things I'm thinking about right now, and that is that either the reason why they like there might be a reason also to why they haven't reached out to you, and that is mostly for the few of you or the one of you where you see this person every day, or if you see this person very like often, like or once a week, or like if you often bump into this person and you have felt kind of sad or confused to why this person hasn't taken the opportunity that has presented itself to them, like when like if why they haven't come up to you and actually talk to you when they saw you, like if they have seen you in the hallway or in the classroom, or like why haven't they come up to you and like asked you how are you feeling, like why if you're wondering why this person hasn't taken that opportunity, I think it's because they have seen you with other people. If you usually are in a group, like if you usually walk around in a group, or like in a friend group, or if you sit in a friend group, then this person might have felt socially anxious or socially awkward, too socially awkward to come up to you and talk to you because you were in a group. Like if they had seen you alone somewhere, I think they would have like been more able to find the courage to come up to you and talk to you. But as they only have seen you in a group, then they haven't had the courage to come up and talk to you, or they might also have felt like you were too busy with some other people, and that maybe you even didn't need them because you had some other people around, and that it wasn't that important for them to go. And that might also be the thing with like this accident, or like if you were in an accident, or if something traumatic happened in your life, this person might have thought, oh, they have so many people around, like because you might have a lot of friends, or you might hang out with a lot of people, or maybe you used to do that a lot, like maybe you used to be around a lot of people in the past, and I think this person just thought, well, they didn't want to maybe even bother you because they were sure that you had so many people in your life asking you about this stuff, and like if they come and like ask you as well, like maybe you're even getting tired of having that conversation with people because you probably had it a lot of times, and like that's kind of what they have been thinking, that you don't need them, like because, and you have a lot of people around you that are offering you help all the time, and so they didn't want to bother you. But the thing is that, like, I think this was a faulty interpretation of the situation. I think when you went through this traumatic thing, I don't think you actually had a lot of people around you. But I don't think this person knew that, and so yeah. With the Empress reversed, I think there could be a few things coming in here where maybe maybe the traumatic thing that happened was that you lost your mother, but that is probably only for one of you, and that might have been the traumatic thing, and maybe this person just felt like it was so they didn't really know how to approach it, because it's a very big loss, like it's kind of, maybe they thought that it was too hard for you to talk about it because it's so close, like you lost someone that was too close to you, like it's very close to you. It could also have been like a miscarriage, or something. You might also have gone through some illness that had to do with femininity, or with the feminine organ, like that could have been something like rape, or but also something like it could also have been an illness that you had where that had to do with some hormonal, the feminine hormone, something, like maybe you have, I don't remember the name of it right now, but that illness that you can have where you get really, really difficult periods, menstruation periods, where or something like that, or some fertility issues, or something around that. But it could also have been like something like sexual harassment, or someone overstepping your boundaries, or something about a relationship that, or something like that. And I think this person also just felt like maybe this person feels like they can't really empathize, or they can empathize, but it's not really something they can empathize with because they haven't been through it themselves, or because they are the opposite gender. Like if this is a man, then they might have thought that, oh, you should probably talk to your girlfriends about this instead, because they know it more than they do. Like that it's something you need to talk to someone from the same gender about, because they can't really understand that because they haven't experienced it themselves, or something like that. Or maybe like if it's rape, like that can be really hard for other men to talk about, because it's kind of hard to not talk about rape without talking about men being kind of douchebags. And so it's like it might, some men might be a bit uncomfortable in that whole conversation, because they are in a way, in their own head at least, the target of the conversation, like because they feel like all men are to blame for, like, and that all men are being targeted, and that all, like, they might have a bit of like they might have something where like they feel like they need to empathize more with their own gender and like stick up to their own gender and like try to be on their gender's team, and so they might be a bit biased because they can't really talk to a woman about rape without saying without making it about them, and like and that's a character flaw. That's a like big character flaw, but it might still just be something they struggle with because it makes them uncomfortable. It makes them feel like it's weird, because it kind of is. Some men kind of see it as an opportunity to try to get some sympathy from the victim by saying like, oh, but it's so hard for the good guys like me to hear about something like that, because it makes women think that all guys are rapists, and it's so hard to be one of the good guys because everyone thinks that they are bad, and so it can be and then like they make it about themselves, like they yeah, I think it's good that that you're not talking to this person about that, because I think you would be furious. Like this would make you furious. Like it would make you so mad if you talk to them about this, because it is frustrating. But with the Two of Wands reversed, well, I think that's sort of like that's what I talked about before. This person this person is not going to reach out to you unless you reach out to them. They have nothing planned out right now. They are not thinking of reaching out to you. The thought might not even have like really crossed their mind. Like it's something they don't feel like they need to do, and they don't feel obligated to do it, and they are a bit passive about it. And so if you want to be in contact with them, I think they will be open to it. If you reach out to them, they will reply to you and be open to anything, but only if you reach out to them. But this card also makes me think about twin flame, because there are twins here and there's a flame, and when it's reversed, it makes me think that if you think this person is your twin flame, that's not the case. You two are not that compatible, especially romantically. I don't think you would be if you are I don't think the majority of you is actually romantically interested in this person, but if you are, I think you shouldn't be interested in them. I think you should look for something else, because I don't think you are that compatible. You are two very different people, and I know opposites attract and all of that, but I think this person might be too much of your opposite. Like it's you don't really have you don't have that much in common, and not only like maybe you have some things in common, like you might be interested in some of the same things and all of that, but at a core level you don't have that much in common. You don't see the world in the same way, and that's kind of like when opposites attract. It's more like it's often that the opposition, like the thing that makes people opposites, are usually superficial things, like oh, I'm interested in something and you're interested in something completely different. You are like in the left part of like politics and in politics, and this person is in the right, like in politics, and this like that, those kinds of opposites. But they find each other because at a core level they are very similar. They have the same values, they have the same way of looking at the world, like at a core level. But you two, you might seem kind of similar in like when you might have the same interests, you might even have the same religion, and you might have the same you might think in some ways have the same political views, but at a core level you don't you clash in a bad way, and you wouldn't be able to understand each other at a core level. You would always like talk past each other. There would be a lot of misunderstandings at a core level, where so you can end this no contact situation with this person. You could start contact again, but it would be you who would have to start it, and I'm not sure if it's like it's fine if you, but you have to be very sure that you're up to being the active part of this connection, and always being the active, the one activating them and asking them for what you need and telling them what you need, and demand things and like command them around, because that's the only thing that they understand. Like they and so if you're up to that, I think you could have a fine connection, but you wouldn't understand each other at a core level. But if you want to be friends, then that's fine. But when it comes to a romantic relationship, I think it could be a disaster. But as friends, it would be okay. So that's kind of my conclusion on this. So if it resonated with you, that's the conclusion. But that's all I have for you, group number 2. I hope this reading was helpful, and if it was, please subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you in my next reading. Bye. Hello, group number 3. You chose this, the Icelandic tarot deck, and I will start with a channeled message, and then I will shuffle the cards. So, okay, group number 3, group number 3, the people who will choose group number 3, group number 3, will group number 3's person reach out to them? The person on group number 3's mind, will they reach out to them? Yes, I would think so. I would think yes. But it's I'm getting the feeling that this sort of situation might be a love-hate situation. And it might be very physical, and it might always have been a bit more physical, a more physical connection. I'm getting the feeling that this person will maybe reach out to you, but I don't think you want them to. So, but that might be a message for a few of you. You might be asking about someone from the past, maybe an ex, who you really don't want to be in contact with, and you really don't want them to reach out. And it could even have been like someone who stalked you in the past, and you're asking about that. And I think there is a possibility that that this person will reach out to you in the future. But of course, you are like, you can block them. You don't have to speak to them if you don't want to, and you can always like. But I'm getting like the that song, "Love Me or Hate Me," something. I don't remember the lyrics, but it's like, I think this person will come back to you, but it will be in a way where they will be like, love me or hate me. Like it's like this person. Will not, and like this is kind of a theme that has been going on through like all of the whole video, like the other groups as well. It's like this. I don't know where you find these people. Like, why this? It can't really be possible that all of these groups all have these dicks who doesn't take any accountability and doesn't take responsibility for their actions and try to blame it on everyone else. Like it's kind of like I'm getting kind of tired of it, and it's so yeah. That's kind of the feeling I'm getting again now in this reading. It's this person will come back, but it will be in a more like love me or hate me, like take me as I am. I don't want to change my behavior for you. You can either take it or leave it. I'm going to be how I am, no matter what you say. I won't be changing my way for you, and I'm not going to change, and you need to accept that, and I am who I am, and I am a dick, and you need to just deal with it. And gosh. So yeah, I think this person will maybe contact you again, but it won't be that great. For some of you it will be positive, but for others of you, like I think it will be no, I don't think it will be positive for any of you, but I think like I'm getting positive, and I don't know if positive now means positive or the new positive, which is negative, because the word has kind of changed. Like the word hasn't changed. I'm just but with Corona, negative has become positive, positive has become negative, and this could also have something to do with Corona. There's something about maybe this person will reach out to you because of something about Corona. They might reach out to you because they will something about either maybe they haven't reached out to you before because of Corona, and then they will reach out to you again when Corona is like starting to like thin out in a way in the future, and then like they will come back and like they will be very unapologetic. Maybe this person hasn't talked to you at all since Corona, since the pandemic started, and that's kind of a dick move. Maybe you were kind of maybe a bit close before, and then they just it was just like radio silence, and maybe this person even has like ignored you, hasn't, like maybe you texted this person but they didn't text you back, or you or maybe they blocked you, or not. I don't think they blocked you. I think that would be a bit more aggressive. I don't think this person is that but I think they just ignored your text and didn't answer it, and you were like, why? And I think if that's the case, if that resonates with you, I think they will just come back into your life and possibly and then with no explanation, just like and if you like confront them about it, they will just say, oh yeah, that's just how I am. I'm just I never text back. I'm just that kind of person. I didn't see your text. I didn't. It's just I'm not really good at texting. I'm not really the texting type. I'm not, or or if you texted them over social media like Facebook or something, they might say, "Oh, it's just because I'm not the type of person who uses Facebook that much. I'm more of like non-technology. I'm against technology. I'm against social media. I'm not. It's just. I'm not that type of person." And then like you see them on their phone all the time looking through Facebook, but like they use it as some kind of excuse to like a cop out when they are like being confronted with it. But like really, they are on Facebook all the time. You can also see that they are like active on Facebook, that like they post things on Facebook, and like they are like constantly making comments on and tagging people in dumb memes and stuff like that. And like it doesn't add up. Like like the fact that this person thinks that they can get away with that is kind of like I don't know if they actually believe that they can get away with it, or if they just don't care. Like if you find out, they don't care if you find out that they have been lying, because they don't. Again, the love me or hate me part. Like, okay, oh, so you think I'm a liar? That's on you. Like that's your problem, not mine. If you think I'm like that's the stupidest way of thinking it. Like, oh, so you think I'm a liar? That's not because I lied. It's because you have a problem with me lying, and that's your problem, that you don't like to be lied to. What's wrong with you? And it's so stupid. It's gosh, I'm getting a bit annoyed by this person. I'm not gonna lie. I would have hoped that just one of these groups were actually like somewhat positive, but again, like it's a no contact reading, so like people that doesn't that go into like no contact situations and stop contacting people are usually dicks, so that makes sense. But like I don't know why I was shocked by that, but yeah. So with the Ace of Wands, I said that before. I think this connection is maybe more physical on their part than anything else, and I think it's mostly because this person is very physical. Like this person doesn't really go that deep, and maybe they are not that deep as a person, but also like they don't really have the curiosity for other people. They don't invest a lot of time in other people, and they don't really take that, like it doesn't really, like if this is a romantic thing, like if you are interested in this person in a romantic way, then I think you should try to find someone else, because this person is someone who sees. They are very focused on the physical, on sex, and on the physical appearance. Having like a trophy wife, or not necessarily that, but in that kind of way, where they more want, like they want a girlfriend or boyfriend that they can like show off, and it's more about reputation for them, or like they want to be able to like say, oh, I'm so great because I scored a 10 out of 10, and look at me, how successful I was, to be able to conquer someone that was a 10 out of 10. Like it's kind of a game for them, that they want to win. It's kind of a very teenage-like way of looking at love, where they just want to impress their friends and it's like, you know, in school, like in the on the playground, where, or not on the playground, but like in the teenage playground, like the place where teenagers go, like in school, and they want to like have like someone that they can call their girlfriend or boyfriend, but with no attachment or no responsibility, no commitment. There's nothing that, like, if they just want to have a girlfriend to, or a boyfriend, to be able to say that they have that, but they don't want the relationship part. Like they want to make an agreement even with a person, where they just want to say like, okay, I'll give you $10 if I can call you my girlfriend. And like, it's very superficial. It's very like, it's very much for show, like to make everyone else, like, it's this person is very preoccupied with reputation and how other people see them, and they just want other people to see them as someone who has it all and is doing well and has a perfect life. And in order to do that, they will eventually need a partner that they can show off on Instagram. Or not that I think this person is necessarily the Instagram type, but it's more like, you know, the type, like the type who just wants everything to look perfect, but doesn't really want to work at making life perfect. And especially if they have to make life perfect for someone else, like that would, they wouldn't make the effort to do that, but they would make an effort to make it look like they are trying to do everything to make their wife or husband happy, and they will possibly, like in the future when they get a wife, if this is a man, I think they will post things on Instagram or like on social media where they say like, happy life, happy wife, happy life, and very cliche things like, oh, I'm doing all these great things for my wife because I want to make her happy, but they are just saying that, and they are just doing that thing that makes their wife happy to be able to post it on social media for other people to see, and for other people to see them as a good husband, and for other people to like appreciate what they do, or like compliment what they do and how good they are at being a husband. And it's very selfish. It's very self-centered. It's this person could like, I'm getting some Leo vibes or Scorpio vibes from this person. But of course, Knight of Swords and Knight of Coins is here, so that are not either of those. But so it could also be an air sign or an earth sign. But I'm not really. I'm more thinking that these doesn't talk about the signs, zodiac signs. In this reading, I'm more thinking that it's like the concept of the cards. And with the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Swords is about swift movement and being a bit impulsive and spontaneous and doing things without really thinking them. Thinking things through. Like I think this is a character flaw that this person has. Like, this person does not think everything through. Like, they don't necessarily think about that much. Like, they don't overthink, and they are just very much in the moment. They like to live in the present, and they don't want to be bothered especially with things from the past. And so if you come to them in the future and start talking about the things that went wrong in the past, they will not react very nicely to that, because they will see it as a personal attack on them in some way, because they want everyone to just forget about what they did in the past. Like they and they are like very keen on making other people. They are good at gaslighting others and making people believe that there's something wrong with them if they bring up the past. And like that, so if you bring up the past with this, when you talk to this person, they will say to you that, oh, there's something wrong with you because you are too much in the past. Move on, have a life, get a life. Why are you so focused on the past and stupid things that happened in the past? Why can't you just move on with your life? And it's a way for this person to eliminate any type of responsibility for their actions. Is to just try to blame it on the person by saying, oh, there's something wrong with you because you are living in the past and you are not living in the present. You need to relax more and become more in tune with yourself and this person could be a bit spiritual, actually. Like this person could be someone who likes to listen to motivational speakers. And there's also there's one kind of spiritual character, a person, not a character, but a person. I can't remember his name right now, but he has written some books, and I think it's someone who has written some books about neuroscience, and then this person has also written some spiritual books about how we all need to let go of the past and live every day as if the past did not exist or something like that. And because this person, and I'm also thinking about this person because this person also, I saw some interview with this person. I don't remember his name, and so I'm sorry. But he had made an interview. It wasn't really that interesting, so I wouldn't recommend it. But he made an interview where he was talking about how social media was very problematic because it made us live in the past. That we all needed to stop social media, because when we stop social media, we can live more in the present, and we wouldn't have something that constantly tells us who we are. Because that is a kind of what social media does. It is kind of this library that we create about ourselves, where we go and look through it every day, and then we know who we are. But if we stopped having that thing that always makes us remember who we are, because of things from the past, we would be more able to live in the present and reconnect with ourselves and make us become more in tune with the person that we are, and not the person that we are, but it in a way stopping us from thinking egotistically with our ego in mind. It's also a constant reminder of our ego when we scroll through social media every day. Then we are reminded constantly of our ego, our persona, who we are as like a in a persona way. And if we didn't have that reminder, we would be more we wouldn't be that much in our ego in a way, and we would live every day as not a new person, but as no person at all. And we would be able to become no one. And that's I'm getting the feeling that this person that you're asking about has possibly read one of his books or seen some of his interviews on YouTube, and that can be why this person had like a very, very short period of time in their life where they were like, or will have that in the future when you meet this person in the future, where they will be like, social media is horrible, so I'm completely going like with I'm completely anti social media. I don't want anything to do with social media, but they won't really have like they will see it as a good idea in their head, but like when it comes to actually doing that, actually stopping social media, they won't really be able to do it. So it doesn't really have to be that they are maliciously lying to you and like saying, like when they tell you that they are stopping on social media and then you see them on social media all the time. Like it will not only be like a complete lie, because in a way they in their mindset they want to do it, but they are not really doing it, but they see it as like a good idea, but they don't really know how to, maybe. So yeah, with a Knight of Coins, I think it will take some time before this person, like before you will have contact with this person again. It won't happen overnight, and so you will maybe have to wait some time, but it will happen and it's not necessarily like that you will start contact again, like have a lot of contact. Like when you start contact again, it might just be like a very short conversation that you will have with this person, but you will have it, but it will be somewhere like out in the future. It's not like in the next month, like it's or it might be, but like I'm just like, if you have already waited a long time, then maybe it will happen like sort of soon, but like I don't know. But with the Two of Swords here, there is an indication that this person is in some way planning on reaching out to you, but not like not full blown. Like the Three of Swords would have been more like would have been a card I would take more seriously, but the Two of Swords is like the But the Two of Swords, like I wouldn't have taken Three of, but I'm just saying that like with the Two of Swords, in Rider-Waite it's the two swords, the lady with a blindfold with two swords, and she's trying to like, and so I think this person has been thinking of contacting you. But like it's not, they have been weighing like the pros and the cons here. Like they have like, oh, it might be fine. But like you shouldn't be with anyone who makes pros and cons lists. Like that's a big red flag. Like if they are like thinking of you in that way, like making a list of like the things that you have to like contribute, like how you can contribute in a positive way, how you have some characteristics that are beneficial for them, and then like they can like make a list of how you have some things that are not beneficial for them. Like if they think of you in that way, then it's not a good thing. Then it's a red flag. It's not really that. I wouldn't recommend this, but it could also be more of a like maybe I don't know why, but I was like I started thinking of the song, the Spice Girls song. The if you want to be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. I can't sing, I know, but it doesn't matter. I think there might be some issue here where this person might have a problem with your friends, or you might have a problem with their friends. I don't know. There might have been but I'm also just getting that I'm thinking that when this person makes that pros and cons list, there's also like a message coming through about how this person might like your friends, which is kind of the opposite as the song, but like that this person actually would want to be around you because you have some friends that this person likes to hang out with, and so they might be thinking of like, oh, should I keep her or him in my life so that I can get with her or his friends. But it's very selfish. It's very like, what can benefit me? But this could also like, if you would want to start anything, like maybe you just need like, if you are in the same friend group as this person, you might need to tolerate this person. You might need to find like common grounds with this person. You might need to start buttering them, like start softening them to, and like if you have like had a conflict and it's kind of keeping you from like maybe you used to be friends with this person's friends, but then you had a falling out period with this person, and that might have made you also have a falling out period with the rest of his friends or his or her friends, and you might want to get back to that friend group. But in order to do that, you need to become friends. You need to befriend this person in order to be able to start being with his friends again, because, well, it might not be that fun to hang out if in a group of friends if two of the friends are fighting. So it might not be personal to you. It might not be that his or her friends chose him over you, but it might just be that like they didn't really want the conflict. They didn't, but or maybe that they were friends with him or her first before they met you, and so they naturally took his or her side in this. But if that's the case, I think it might be a good idea to sort of try to find common ground with this person, just to be able to be with the friends. But romantically, like, if you're thinking of anything romantically, it's a no. I don't think that would work out. Mostly because this is a selfish prick. But I think you could tolerate each other. Maybe you need to just take the blame, because especially because I think you should try to not be in. Maybe you should just try to ignore this person as much as possible. Like, don't engage too much in this person's business. Like, you don't get too much into it. Like, don't get invested in this person. And so, like, if you have that in mind, that like, I'm not going to invest anything in this person, I'm not going to, like, we're not going to be friends, like best friends, we just need to tolerate each other, then you can just like cross your fingers like behind your back, and while saying oh, I take the blame, like, yeah, I can see, yeah, I'll like, if there's something from the past that like you might just have to like accept this love-hate thing, like that there will always be things about this person that will infuriate you, like make you mad, but a way to start tolerating it is to just not get invested in it. Like, if this person says something provoking to you, like, this person might be a poker, like they might poke to try to like get a reaction, and so they might poke at you and like try to make you react to them, and then when you react, then they gaslight you and make you believe that you were that there's something wrong with you for overreacting. But just don't react to it. Just say, okay, like, if they poke at you, then say, like, just say, that's your opinion. Or like, if they say, like, yeah, like, be a bit passive to, like, don't, I know, like, that's maybe bad advice to, like, not react, but I just don't think it's, like, usually it would be a healthy thing to react. And I think you should always try to react as authentically as possible, just so you don't detach from your emotions. And so, of course, you are allowed to react in any way that, like, if you feel like it, like, you shouldn't change, like, you have emotions, you are allowed to show them. But I think, like, with this particular person, I think it would be more beneficial for you to just let it go, because they are provoking you on purpose, and they are trying to get a reaction from you, and so it would be more powerful to just say, whatever, man, like, if they say you're ugly, then say that's your opinion, like, or or come up like again, like this person is like, I wouldn't recommend that you say like you're ugly too, because this person could be that kind of person who would make a big deal out of that, like even though they were the one shooting first, they will still try to get to take the victim role, even though it's not theirs to take, but they will try. And so but just try to like brush it off by saying like that's your opinion, or and even say like you're allowed to your opinion, like you, if you think that that's all right, but like I know that might sound like a pushover or sound like kind of like a response that a weak person like would say, but like I think it's just the strongest way to react to this person, like to just act as if like it doesn't bother you, because they are doing it on purpose. And so it's, yeah. So with the King of Swords here, it says inventive, active, and determined man, intuition, superiority, and justice. That's like this. All these cards have like. I don't usually like it when cards have like the meaning on them, but it kind of fucks with my intuition. Like I'm more pictorial in that way, but I think the superiority, like that's also, I think this person, like, this person might also have like a bit of a fragile ego. Like I'm getting the feeling that like this person might not just provoke you to get a reaction, but they might also like poke at you just to like make sure that you know that you're the bottom and they are the top, like that you are their bitch, and like they will like, and it's not personal to you. I think this person does that to everyone in a way. They do it because they have low self-esteem. They need to feel a bit superior to other people, and so they might make fun of people for and sorry, the storage on my phone was full, so I had to delete some videos. So, but yeah, I was talking about the superiority thing. This person has a like way of like trying to like poke at people's weaknesses, just to make themselves look better. And I think this person might have poked like at you, and you might have reacted to that. But like it's also like the thing where like they won't apologize for anything that they do, because they want to be superior, like they want, but I'm also getting that this person, like I think this person, like this, the weaknesses thing is like they really like to point out people's weaknesses, which is very toxic. Like I think this person has like a tendency to give like backhanded compliments. They like to say that things like, oh, you're so smart for someone who is like doing some, like you're like you're smart for a stupid, like for something that someone who's so stupid, you're like, I know that's really a really bad like example, but like it's or like, oh, you're so smart for like a woman, like you're you're, even though you are a woman, it seems that you're actually quite talented even though you're a woman, or that you are actually very pretty even though you have dark skin, or you're actually pretty even though you have red hair, or you're actually pretty even though you have glasses, or you're actually like, it's sort of like, why would you say that? Like, why can't you just say like, I'm pretty? Why do you have to say, like, for a white person, like, you're pretty for a white person, or you can actually dance even though you're white? What's that all about? Like, for a white person, you can actually you actually seem to have like some sort of rhythm. That's like, why? I know that those examples are really bad, but I can't really think of anything like better right now. But like, they might give those backhanded compliments where they will say, "Wow, you're really you really aced that exam, even though you are a really bad student." Like, or I know that also. That's like, I'm trying to get like the perfect example here, but I can't really get it. Like, but it's this person can't really say anything nice without also saying like something mean too. And like, how, like, oh, you would be so pretty if you didn't have a big nose, or oh, you would become a model if you were just thinner. Like, oh, you're so pretty, but it's a shame that you're so fat, because if you had been thin, you could have been a model. Like, where it's like, that's not a compliment, that's an insult. Like, why are you trying to seem as if you're being nice when all you're doing is just criticizing? Like, you're just pointing out what I'm like, something that, like, it's just a way of pointing out the weaknesses and like making people aware, like making people feel bad about their weaknesses and pointing them out to others, and like making people look bad, like, and that's also like, yeah, I don't know, but you're so good, but like, it's a shame that you're so nervous. Like, why have that part in it? Like, why not just say, oh, you're so good at what you do? Why do people feel like they have to point out that you're, like, how nervous people are? Like, when that will just add to their nervousness. Like, they will just become more nervous if people point it out, and that's like the perfect thing that people can point out to make people feel bad, like, and make people do bad. Because like, if you point out to people that they are nervous or anxious, they will become more nervous and more anxious. And so it's a perfect way of, like, if you ever, like, is like in a game with like your arch enemy, and you need to find like something that you can like throw at your enemy to make them play better, play worse, then you can just say like, oh, you're so nervous. Like, because that could throw people off. And I think this is kind of what this person does. Like, they like to point something out to people that will throw them off, make, like, if people are on a roll, if they see someone who is getting too much positive attention, they tend to want to throw them off their game, and they do that by pointing out something negative about them, like their nervousness or their accent or something. This could also be like this person could be that type of person who who's like, when you are in an argument with them, when you're like presenting like your final argument in an argument, like your best comeback, and like, you know that it's checkmate, like, you know that this person, like, you won the argument, right at that point, this person will not know what they should. They will not know what to say. They will not have any like counter argument to pull out, like, but and so they start correcting their grammar instead, and start going like, and that's kind of the vibe I'm getting from this person. But I think that's kind of, but so yeah, I think this person will eventually like try to like reach out to you. I don't know if they will text you, but like, if you meet at a party or if you meet somewhere, I think this person will come up to you and like talk to you if they see you. But like, I'm not. You should just like maybe react politely in a strategic way. Try to just don't give them anything. Try to be a bit aloof and a bit distant towards them, but not in a hostile way. Just try to like ignore them without them knowing that you're purposely ignoring them. Like, try to downplay it, and like, but still, like, don't try to fight for them to come to start contact with you again. Don't try to don't seem desperate, because if you seem desperate, they will use it against you, and that won't be pretty. So just try to just be friends, tolerate them. That's sort of my recommendation for you. So don't invest too much in this person, but if like this person could be fine to have like on a friend this person, like, it's the I'm also getting that like the only reason I'm actually giving this recommendation to you is because this is the type of person where like keep your enemies keep your friends close but your enemies closer. This person might be better to have on your team than to have them on the opposing team, like against you. I think this person could do more damage if they were against you, like if you weren't on the same team. And so it might be best to team up with this person, tolerate their bullshit, but like don't, like, if they say something nasty to you, don't say thank you. Like don't go like overboard and be like too tolerant, but just brush them off by saying, I don't care what you think about, but say it in a way that where they understand it, but that doesn't seem too hostile, because again they shouldn't suspect that you are like, it would be fine if they believed that you two were actually friends or sort of friends, like it because like this is just someone you don't want to have against you. It's they can create a lot of damage if they are against you, because they are not they are not afraid of, like, this person likes to talk shit behind people's back, and you probably already know this, because that's maybe also one of the reasons why you like to hang out with them, because maybe this person is actually quite fun to be around, because they might make some kind of funny comments about other people, and they might be hilarious in a way when they are mean, and some people are like that, and I hate to like admit that, but like I have some people in my life, or had some people in my life like that, where I kind of liked to hang out with them, because of course it was funny when they like, there are just some people that are funny when they are mean, and can come up with some really great jokes, but they are just usually on someone else's behalf, but the jokes are still funny, even though you kind of feel bad for laughing at them, because it's kind of immoral, but it's like a guilty pleasure in a way, and but I think you also suspect that you should be careful with this person, because if you become too difficult to be around, or become their enemy in some way, then you will be the one they make jokes about, and that's so. Try to tolerate them, but don't invest anything in this. They won't invest anything in you, and so don't invest too much in this. So yeah, but that's all I have for you, group number 3, and I hope to see you in my next reading. So bye. Hello, group number 4. You chose this Yolanda tarot deck. And I will start with the channeled methods, and then I will shuffle the cards for you. So okay, so group number 4. The person on group number 4's mind, will they reach out to group number 4? Yes, or well, I got kind of like an image of Scooby-Doo, or like a scene from Scooby-Doo, and it can mean like a number of things. It can mean that they will reach out, but that they will maybe be a different person when they, like, you know, with a Scooby-Doo thing, when like they catch the person and then like they take all the masks off and like reveal what's underneath, and I think when you talk to this person in the future, because they will likely reach out, but I think it will be revealing. If they will reveal their true colors in some way, or they will not be the same as they won't be the person that you thought they were, or that there's something here about. Okay, so 7 of Swords. There might be something this person is going to reveal to you when they reach out to you. There is a mystery here that has not been solved, and I think it might have weighed heavily on this person's conscience. They have, and so I think that is kind of what they want to talk to you about. If they reach out to you in the future, I think it will be to reveal something to you, unveil something that they haven't told you. They will tell you something that they did, that they will tell that they haven't told you before, that they have kept a secret from you, and it will be very revealing. It will make you look at them in a very different way, and it will be very unexpected. This person might have done something to you behind your back that you didn't know about. They might have cheated on you. If this is an ex, they might have cheated on you. If this is a friend, they might have stolen from you, or they might have broken the bro code in some way. They might have, if you were friends before, they might have gone out with your best friend without you knowing about it, or this could also just it could be something. But I'm actually getting the thing where, I think for one of you, you will get, there will be something that will come up to the surface, something from the past that has been hidden, that this person has been really good at hiding, and that could be something where they have done something, maybe stolen from you. And I'm getting that that's kind of coming through, that maybe, and it might not be something big, but it might be where one day you realized that that the money from your purse was that you had money in the purse, but then then the next moment you didn't, and you looked in your purse and you could see that the money was missing, and you might even have called the police and told them that you were robbed, and there might have been an investigation going on, and it might turn out that it was actually the person that you're thinking about right now, and that person is maybe the last person you would expect that had done that. But that's very specific for one of you. But for the others of you, I think that it's just something very unexpected, something immoral, maybe something that would make this person feel feel like they have a guilty conscience about something. Maybe they said something. Maybe this person created a rumor about you, and maybe they did it because they were mad at you or something, and then you found out about that rumor, and then you called this person up and told this person that you were really, really sad because you had heard some kind of rumor about you, and that it was horrible. And then this person might have this person might have tried to, like, you might have investigated this together. Like, this person might have talked to you, like, oh, it could, and like bullshitted you in a way where they have just said, oh, it could be this person or that person. Maybe it's your best friend, that other friend that you have, or maybe couldn't it have been your sister, or wasn't she also a bit jealous of you because of that or something? And so they might have, like, you might have had that conversation together where you were trying to find out who did that together, but this person actually knew who did it because it was them who did it, but they just tried to fake it and, like, lied to you. And there might also have been something where they said something and then someone confronted, like, there could have been, like, something where you went, maybe you accidentally said something, like, and I'm also getting that, like, or this person accidentally said something, or it could have been you. So I'm getting, like, a mix here where there, like, also some of you, and I know that's maybe only a very few of you, but some of you might also have a guilty conscience about something that you want to talk to this person about. And maybe that's why you want them to reach out to you, because you actually want to clear this, because you want to tell them the truth about something. And so I'm getting, like, one message, and it's very specific. So I think you were maybe at a party with this person in the past, and someone else, like, this person might have went out of the room, or out because they had to go to the bathroom or something, and then you were, like, talking to, like, your friend group, while he or she was, like, out in the bathroom, and you might have your friends might have, like, asked you. This is very, very specific, but your friends might have asked you about whether something about your friend, like, but it was like your friends asked you a question about your friend who was in the bathroom. They might have, I think it was because this person might have been a bit silent at the party, and then you, oh, okay, so maybe that's why there's no contact. Maybe this person is mad at you because of something that happened back then, but I think it was more of a misunderstanding, because I think, back to the story. I think your friends asked you a question, asked you if maybe why your friend was so silent, why this person was so silent, if they and they might have been worried that it was their fault. Like, your friends might have said, like, oh, that, like, are we boring her, or are we making her uncomfortable? Is it something that we are doing that is making her uncomfortable? And you might have said, oh, no, it's not you. It's like, that's just how he or she is. Like, he or she is just more of the anxious type or something. And or maybe you even said that, oh, he or she is suffering from anxiety, and so maybe go easy on him or her, like, maybe and maybe even try to and like you might even have like given them some advice on like maybe that they could try to be a bit more welcoming. Like if you had to like point something out, that they could try to be a bit more welcoming to her or to him or her when or something. And then this person came back from the toilet or from the bathroom, and then your friend, one of your friends, might have been been like a bit too drunk and or a bit didn't really think, and so he or she might have blurted out that we were just talking about you, and your friend here said that you suffer from anxiety, and is there something we can do to make it better, or like something where you were just like, fuck, why did he have to say that, like why did now, and then this person here might have felt that you were talking about, first of all, that you were talking about them behind their back. That was the first thing. And then the second thing was that you had told everyone that they were suffering from anxiety, which is personal, but in your mind you didn't really think that much about it, because you were more trying to make your friends understand the situation better, and like you didn't feel like you were doing anything wrong in the situation, but thinking back at it, you can see how it was stupid of you to share that, but in the moment it just felt like the right thing to do. But like afterwards you could tell, you knew it was the wrong thing to do, but you wished that you could have changed it. But I think, and so then this is sort of the situation that I'm getting here, like not necessarily that specific situation, but something like that, where you felt like you were doing the right thing in the moment, but instantly afterwards you knew you had fucked up and you didn't know how to gain this person's trust again. And that might be why there's no contact between you two, is because the trust was broken, but it wasn't out of, like, I sympathize with this person, but I also sympathize with you. I understand why this person would be mad at you, but I also understand that you were really believed in the moment that you were doing the right thing. Like that it didn't seem to you to be the wrong thing, and you didn't do it out of malice. You didn't do it because you wanted to hurt this person. You didn't try to hurt them. You didn't want them to feel bad, and like it wasn't your intention at all. But looking back at it, I'm very sure that you can see your mistake here. But it's just a very unfortunate mistake, because I'm not really sure if this can, like, I'm not very optimistic about whether this can be fixed. I know I shouldn't say that, but it might just be very, like, the trust has been broken, and this person is, of course, in their full right to not forgive you for this, because it might have hurt them a lot, even though it wasn't at all your intention, but it made them feel very betrayed. You betrayed their trust, I think, and but that may be a few of you. For others of, like, take what resonates. For others of you, it might be the other way around, that the person you're asking about was the one betraying your trust. But either way, I think there will be an opportunity in the future for you to talk about this. But I think if you want to fix this that happened, the way to do it, like if you're the one to blame in a way, like a way to fix it would be to apologize right away. Like if you choose to reach out to this person, you should apologize, but also try to, without sounding like you're trying to like defend yourself, but try to explain your side of the of the situation, but still emphasize that you know that you did the wrong thing. Like, don't try to seal that part. Like, be very, very make it very obvious that you know what you did wrong, but that you just want to like clarify why you did, clarify the situation from your point of view, but still like make sure to, like, if you write this in text, make sure to like point it out many times that you know now that it was the completely wrong thing to do, and that you also know why he or she is completely why he or she is mad at you, and that you completely understand why they are mad, and that you completely understand if they can't forgive you for this. Like, make that known too, like that that you will be very understanding if they choose to not want to be in contact with you again. Make it just be very like yeah, something like that. But let's see if there's something more. Something more about this. So with the Ace of Pentacles here, whoever is like, if it's you who's the reason why you two are not in contact, because you did something, I think the reason why, and this is kind of a positive thing and a negative thing, or like an optimistic thing, but also something that creates a bit of pessimism in me too, because like I think the reason why this person was so hurt, like if you were the one who did something wrong in this, the reason why they were so hurt was because they actually saw you as someone they could trust. The Pentacles are about stability and about loyalty and about stableness, like and security, and so. And the Ace is like, I think they saw you as like the beginning of like, if they saw like this friendship as something that could develop into something that would be very that would have a lot of trust and a lot of loyalty. And also, if this is not a friendship, but also if it was a relationship too, or like so, I think this either way, like I think they saw this connection with you as something, like they saw you as someone very trustworthy, someone they could rely on, and someone who would always have their back at any time. And so that's why this betrayal, even though it might have been a bit of like a small betrayal, but still a very, I don't think this was actually I get why this person would be mad, but like I think the worst thing about it was that they actually saw you as someone who had their back, and then they felt like you didn't. And but this is also like it also gives me the feeling that this could be resurrected, this connection could be resurrected, because if you can earn this person's trust again, then I think like this would be a very good connection. Like and they did really value you as a person before you betrayed them. Like they really saw you as someone they really wanted to hang out with, and or like if it's a friend relationship, whatever, they really saw you as someone they could commit to and be loyal, like have a loyal connection with. And that has changed now, but it can maybe be earned back. What was lost in this, it can maybe be earned back. So especially because of the Scooby-Doo thing, if the situation is that this person believes you to be like if this person has a very negative view on you right now, they might change that view when you tell them about this, and like they will. So maybe it will be a revelation for them. Like maybe it will change their view on you and also on the situation, because they might have like made you out to be kind of the villain here, the enemy, and I think when they see, I think it could be revealed that you could change their view on you by revealing what actually happened, because they might still not know this. And that's kind of what I'm getting here. They might not know to this day what happened while he or she was in the bathroom, because they might have gotten mad at you and they didn't want to hear your side of the story, and they might have just closed off right after that. And so they might not, it might not have been revealed to them what actually happened. And so I think it will change their view on you when they know the whole story. And even if it's the other way around, I think like if you have a conversation with, like if you were the one who was betrayed by this person, like if that's the story, then I think something will be revealed about the story where you will find out that something happened while you were not there, and like if you were the one in the bathroom Like if that's the story, that you were the one in the bathroom and then you came back and then you overheard that your friend had, or this person had been talking about you behind your back. If that's a story, I think there will be a revelation here where you will find out some of the details, where you will find out that this person was actually not talking shit about you, but they were just explaining to their friends. You were just that they were just explaining to their friends why you had been like so it wasn't. Maybe you are very mad at this person right now for something that happened, but it might be a misunderstanding. So that's kind of just what I'm getting at. So I think with the 4 of Wands reversed, I think you need to be prepared that if you come back and expect peace, like now, like if you expect peace, your peace offering, like, or like your apology to be accepted right away, because there's like a dove here, and that always makes me think of, and there's an offering here too, like some idols are getting offered, and then there's like a dove that symbolizes peace. And so I think this has to do, I think because it's reversed, I think you will offer, either way, one of you will offer a peace offering when you get back. It will not be accepted right away, but that's also fine. It's something that, like, if you're the one to blame for all of this, and your apology will not be accepted when you start talking to this person again, it's okay. Of course it's not okay, but it is okay. You need to be the bigger person. You need to understand that this was a very big betrayal for this person. Even though you didn't have bad intentions, and then it's still some trust that was broken that you need to earn back. And so if they are not accepting of you coming back into their life right away, you need to accept that, because it might take time, but not that it won't happen. But they might be a bit, they might react aggressively towards you if you apologize at first. And you might, like, I'm also, like, I want to give you, like, if this resonates with you, like, if it doesn't, then just close your ears for this part. But if it does, I think I would recommend that when you come back, when you tell your side of the story, and you apologize, still with apologize a lot for what happened, and really tell them that you're really sorry. If they come at you and become aggressive towards you verbally, and, like, say, start, like, start criticizing you, and, like, start, like, making a list of, like, maybe, because I'm getting the feeling that, like, when you come back, they will go through the list. They will start and start telling you, but they will have a list, maybe even prepared, of everything that you did wrong, and how they and everything that, like, how big of a betrayal this was, and they will like piece by piece try to like they will go and you will. I would recommend that you sit through it. Listen to everything that this person has to say, because it's likely something this person has been thinking about saying for a very long time, and that's why they have this list. Like they have created this list over time. If this happened a long time ago, like or like a few years ago, or like a while ago, then they have had time to become like angry over more and more things in their mind. And that's kind of the thing that happens when we have an enemy, like, or when we make someone our enemy, like we then, like, if someone wrongs us, like, we have a tendency to try to like find even more things like from the past that they did towards us, and like we accumulate everything or gather every negative thing that happened in the past, and I think this will. You need to just realize that they need to get that out, and if you can sit through it without getting too angry, then I think you should allow them to just come with everything on the list, everything you did wrong in that relationship or friendship. Just listen to it, listen all the way through. I know it might be bad advice, or like, but I just feel like that's the right thing to do here, is to just allow her to come up, or him or her to come to tell you to get through that list, because it's something they have prepared, and it really doesn't matter what you say, because even if you come back and apologize for everything, they will still give you everything on the list. They will still tell you everything on the list, because it doesn't really matter what you say, because they have prepared that, and nothing you can say will actually make them not go through the list with you of everything that you did wrong. Sit through it. I know it might be very, very it might make you angry and all, but if you sit through it to till the end and give him or her the space to come out with all the aggressions that have been accumulating over a long period of time, come out with that, like, and it would be perfect if all of this could just come out like in one sitting. Like, that would be the ideal, because the sooner you get through this list, the sooner you can move on, and the sooner you can start building something new. It's like the tower. You need to break things down before you can build things up again. And so this person might need to break down the whole relationship, and possibly everything that you did wrong in that relationship or in that friendship. But they have to break it all down to be able to build something new. And so listen to it, sit through it, because I think there would be a possibility that you could actually become friends, or even, like, if this is a romantic thing, I think there is a possibility that you can actually fix this if you just allow them to go through everything that if it's the same, I guess the same I have the same recommendation for you if you're on the other side. If it's you who has been wronged, then I think it would be a good thing to don't like if you were betrayed by this person, then I think like if this person comes back with an apology, I think it would be very beneficial for you to get everything out on the table. Don't keep anything give this person, like, tell this person like everything that you're mad at this person about, because it doesn't really help anyone if you walk around being passive aggressive. So maybe it would be a good, but also like don't accept the apology right away. Like don't because if you accept the apology right away, then you won't have this space where you can actually come out, where you can come out with all these aggressions, these other aggressions. Like if you just accept the apology and forgive, then you instantly move on, or like give the person the feeling that they can just move on and that everything is fine, and then like if you forgive the person and then keeps bringing up the past, then it's like you're like showering snow while it's still snowing. Like it wouldn't benefit you to forgive too soon, because put everything out on the table. It's best to talk about things instead of holding grudges. Just communicate, talk things through. It's best for everyone. So, but I guess, like, I think that's all. I think that's all I have for you. Group number 4. I hope this reading was helpful, and if it was, please subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you in my next reading. Bye.